What is good, everybody? Heading out to get some food because that seems to be the only time I make videos. Oh. Okay. Come on. Thank you. That's annoying. But anyway, yeah. Going to get some food. We're supposed to have some bigger plans today. I'm supposed to be going to Import Alliance with one of my friends. Quick backstory. Used to be a pretty big car guy. That kind of dwindled away once I got my first sport bike, which was my Ninja 650. I just can't enjoy cars anymore. I just can't. It's unfortunate because, I mean, for quite a while, I really enjoyed, driving and cars and all that. But yeah, ever since getting on these things, the more fun bikes, not as enjoyable to drive cars anymore. So it sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't go from a F-35 to a biplane and expect to still have the same enjoyment level, But anyway, I figured, because I haven't actually really disclosed anything like this yet, might as well talk about kind of what to expect out of this channel in terms of motorcycling. So I am not going to be one of those crazy dudes. I'm not trying to be Jixabra 2.0 or anything. You're not going to catch me uploading videos doing insanely illegal stuff. That's not to say that I'm not going to go fast from time to time, especially when you see one of those and you're just so tempted, man. It is just so tempting. Anyway. Yeah, you're not going to catch me, busting 180 on video. That's just stupid. I think the guys that sit there recording themselves doing insanely illegal things, yes, what I'm doing right now is illegal. But I'm talking, the dudes that are sitting there weaving in and out of traffic at, 150 plus. You're not going to catch me doing that. I may do that in my own time, off camera. Allegedly, maybe not. You'll never know, because I'm not going to be uploading that. Wheelies and stunts and tricks and stuff, I would love to. But I'm going to be honest, guys, I'm not that skilled. I'm not the wheelier. I might do some little power wheelies here and there, but not hitting 12 o'clock or anything crazy. And that right there is why I am not going to be going too hard, because there are cops everywhere around here and it sucks and I hate it. But anyway, yeah, I would love to be one of those stunt boys that's just going crazy with the wheelies and the stoppies and all the other fun stuff. But I just don't have that skill, and on a ZX-10R, I don't feel as though that is the bike to learn all that on. So I do want to get another bike eventually. I do want to get some sort of, dirt bike or whatever, like a DRZ 400. I've heard those are pretty good bikes, pretty solid bikes right there. Put some supermoto wheels on it, and yeah, learn how to kind of throw it around and do fun stuff. But that is not right now, so that is outside of my skill level. And I am not going to sacrifice this bike just to try to do some wheelies or something. Just not worth it. And I have no idea where that cop is now. There were no exits for him to have gotten off. but I don't see him in my mirror. It's not like I'm going way over the speed limit. I'm doing like 3 to 5 over. So I have no idea where he went. I would love to let her eat right now. Look at all that space just, it is just calling my name. Running from the cops! Yes, definitely not gonna see that uploaded here. Oh man, like, I genuinely don't get it. I do not understand how there are these channels and these people that upload videos of them running from the cops and stuff like that. That's mind-boggling to me. I'm not saying that I disagree necessarily. It's not a good thing. Don't run from the cops. Bad. But, you know. Yeah, no, those dudes. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't kind of jealous. It looks like fun. Let's be honest. It looks like so much fun just getting to rip one of these things wide open. The thrill of evading the man. That just sounds so fun. And I will say, in highly traffic hours, so you got rush hour traffic, you know, you got a bunch of cars, like, you know, that traffic that's going on the other side of the freeway right there. That, I can't possibly even condone that in that kind of conditions. Like, if it's in the middle of the night, dude, and there's nobody out, okay, whatever. Sure. I honestly can't say that I would call them a bad person for running in a condition like that. When it's like mega traffic and you're sitting there weaving in and out of cars all crazy like, nah, man, I can't get behind that. There's a certain level of risk that I'm okay with, and ripping through cars at 140, 150, whatever, trying to run from the cops in rush hour traffic, that's way too high of a risk for my liking. I can't even condone or whatever the word is for that. Like, and also, I run a plate. I have a plate on my bike that is legally registered to me and the bike. So it would be double stupid to try to run. I don't got it like flush mounted, tucked way up under the tail or anything. I've got the tail tidy, so it's pulled in from the factory whale tail that comes on this bike. But I don't have like that crazy, you know, flush mounted plate that you can only see if you're 2 inches off the rear wheel. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I personally just wouldn't ever run from the cops. I also just don't think it's really worth it. You know, yeah, you get caught doing 150 miles an hour and you get a really fat ticket and your insurance goes up. Like, that sucks. That really sucks, but that's better than catching a felony. And there's just way too many cameras and stuff around now, man. Like, you can't get away with stuff as easily as you could 20 years ago. You know, these cops, they have high quality dash cams that as soon as they turn their lights on, those dash cams start to save their recordings. So it's not like you can, potentially be like, oh, well, you know, it's just kind of the cops' memory or word of mouth. No, they got cameras, man, that auto record as soon as those lights flip on. So it's just not worth it. It's really not. Like I said, it sounds fun, it sounds cool, but it's also a huge risk for yourself and potentially other people that I don't know. And you have way too many people that just don't know how to do it properly. They're like, you get people running 100 plus miles an hour on service roads, and then they run a red on an intersection, and that's it, lights out. Like, I don't know. But anyway, man, I just pretty much yapped the whole way. That's this is gonna be fun to edit. But yeah, arriving to food. Don't know if I'm gonna be recording again. So if I don't decide to record on my way back home, that's about all, everybody. Peace out. Oh, well, would you look at that? I am recording again. It is 2:16 a.m. Yeah, after getting food with the boys, went back, hung out with my friend for a bit. Ended up staying a lot longer than anticipated, and yeah, getting a nice night ride now. Also, realize, you know what? It has been a while since I've recorded a good night ride, so this is going to be a long video because I think I am just going to shut up and enjoy the night cruise. So yeah, that will be commencing very shortly. Oh, just right quick. Oh, this beautiful thing. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this bike. I love it so much. But wonder if I'm gonna have to run this light. I don't know if this one particularly dislikes motorcycles. So that light down there is changing, and that guy just ran the hell out of that light. I might have to do the thing. I don't see any marks in the road that show a sensor. So yeah, this one might not be detecting. So, this is completely legal. I feel as though the light is defective after sitting there and observing the equipment that I could see, and came to the conclusion that that light was not going to change for me anytime soon. So that is perfectly legal for me to have just done that. Per state law. Oh, why are you swerving? No reason. Okay, anyway. Time for me to shut up now. I will probably, in post-editing, actually even just straight up mute the microphone inside my helmet. So, yeah. Enjoy this beautiful night ride.